PCYC sign. Yeah, they got a huge upgrade many years ago. They put in all this extra stuff, like the gym and that. Took out the basketball court when the new guy took over from Adam, which I think was a pretty dodgy thing to do. I'm not going to show inside the gym because there's people doing their exercises in there, out of respect. I want to show the back of this house because apparently I've been told it's meant to be being removed to somewhere else, you know, like just relocated. All this. See, some of it's been taken away. It used to be the caretaker of the showgrounds, the racecourse and that piece of park, their residence for years. One day you won't be able to see it here from this angle because it'll be gone, so thought I'd show it. There's the old Spire across the road there, and you've got the Goondi Sports Reserve opposite. This is all next to the PCYC. Okay, we'll go out onto the footpath in a minute. There's your racecourse. Your Ash Street, the Goondi Bend itself. Bend, in the indigenous sense of the word, Goondi means elbow. So I read that somewhere once, yeah. The Goondi means elbow. So it's elbow bend, basically, in one of the indigenous languages. By what? Yeah, I definitely read it somewhere once about that. It's on one of my videos where I have a brief history of Goondi and that, and I researched it. Goondi itself, where the mill and that used to be. Okay, there's an oversized load. That's something you see every day. This footpath, I was hoping they'd do the whole footpath when they did the bend up, but they only did up to here. So there's parts with cracks and that, but yeah. Be nice if you could get around a lot of places with really nice bike paths, footpaths. Yeah, the ones that have the markings down the middle, and on one side it's for riding, one side it's for walking. I would love them to do that here with a lot of the bike paths, make it a bit safer, footpaths, pedestrians and cyclists and scooterists, people in mobility scooters. There's the banana packing championship, 13th to the 14th of July at the Innisfail show. Okay, so that must be when the Innisfail show is this year. 13th to 14th of July 2023. Okay. And I was hoping they'd concrete this whole drain here too. Would have been nicer if they did that. So it wouldn't grow all the weeds in it. It often stinks too. So there's your next Turf Club race event is May 27th. Innisfail show July 13th and 14th. That's across to Ash Street over there. So we're heading down towards Ash Street, straight ahead, and then we're going to turn right and go towards Blackwood Street. Not going to go down Blackwood Street, but stick close to the school when school's on. Not the best thing to do. We're going to head down towards Newman Store. So there's your Goondi Bend itself, where the road and that is. Often along here you get the plovers coming after you. So got to be wary of that if you're walking along here. They're worse than magpies. They can be. Yeah, those particular birds there, if you've never seen them, if you hear that noise, start looking around. Hear that noise, like pretty loud. Sometimes at certain times of the year, and then other places where you go, it's any time of the year they'll come after you. So there's Beach Street up there, Cedar Street, Oak Street, and so on. This is Ash Street, about to cross over. There's cargoes. Bruce Highway. cars are going to come out of nowhere. As they do. Now this used to be a footpath along here, now it's not overly. You can walk along it, like it's safe too, but yeah, it used to be a proper concrete pathway. What I would like to see, and this is what I'm going to show shortly, is for it to continue across the road, like have a proper crossing here, where you can press a button and wait for the lights and all this. They got one going across the highway to the Goondi Sports Reserve, Herb Collins Oval and all that. But what I think they need is from probably just behind this pole here, so you have to go around the corner a little bit. Across, maybe just past this traffic island here, or even through the traffic island. There should be a proper crossing marked out. Howard's driving school going past. The person who was asking me about that the other day, whether we have any driving school still, yes we do. So if they could have the crossing, because they have a bit of a footpath here, have that go all the way down Blackwood Street. That was Blackwood I just crossed, and then have it turn and go down here, either on this part or further up. It's not really the best to walk along here, but I'm going to do it just to show. Yeah, along here would be great for a decent size width bike path. All the way along here would be great. And then concrete in the drain so it's safer. And go all the way down to Newman's store, then continue down to across from Puma. Would be great. Be nice if it was one all the way out to Goondi and then around down Sepoy Road and then back into town. You have a loop and then get the council to market it properly, encourage people to exercise, to bike ride, walk, all that stuff out there. We're going to go up here because of that overgrown tree. There's your welcome to Innisfail sign across there that I've shown in many videos and photos. Coming up on Goondi Shades and Blinds up here. And then the vet. There's people doing some work down here, probably Telstra. Telstra's been putting on in a whole new lot of cabling. Hopefully we're getting fibre. They did mention it at one stage. We got a thing in the mail saying the one that makes it right, your internet 10 times faster if you choose that sort of plan. Yeah. So there's your vet, Coral Coast Veterinary Surgery to my left. So the sports ground to my right. So we'll look back to the sky and don't show him as much. Might be the council. The uniform. Hey. It's got an AEG job site radio. Yeah, there's no marking, there's no name on the actual truck, no company name or anything. Yeah, where that guy's walking. Had the footpath there. Or closing the drain. I still have the drain through it, but have pathway above it. Could even do it that way. It would be amazing to have it safety-wise. The Malik sign's got. There used to be a Malik sign here with no bull written on it. It always reminded me of Petta's no bull. Petta's suspension. Hope they got in trouble for stealing that slogan. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully not. One of those things. It's probably something that got stuck in their head. from seeing that over the years on TV, and then didn't even think that it was the same. It's just something I thought. There's Newman store coming up to my left. Fresh Local Bananas drive-through on the right, which we'll try and show once there's a couple of vehicles go past. Yeah, they got a Fresh Local Bananas drive-through as part of that house. I don't see any cash box or anything to put money in, unless they come out. Oh, there might be. It's hard to see. Anyway, here's your Newman store. There's a lot of Manning's Pie House Square. People around, so you can't show too much. Straight post box. All that. Good bananas, 100% organic, Mission Beach. Oh. I'm gonna go home and get a drink, and I'll be back. Okay, so we're just leaving Newman store. Reborn on the highway. Quite nice and friendly in there. And that Pine Street. Yeah, Pine Street. Going up on the freeway. Chappie's got. If they had the pathway go all the way along here, it would be amazing. I'd be happy with it. Well, it might cross over soon, but if it went all the way up to the Puma, across from the Puma, well, we might actually go up and show Goondi Trade Centre. Do you ever know? One day that may not be there. You just never know. So, keep going straight. Sorry about the noise in my backpack, but it's just part of doing these sort of videos. Things move around. So bear with me. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 people on that roof. Wow. So this is the Bruce Highway. Quite windy. Quite a lot of marine wind warnings lately. Makes it a bit nicer when you walk when it's a bit windy. Bit of a breeze. So down here, many years ago, Billy Slater used to have a horse. He used to be all closed in. There was a fence all the way along, and Billy Slater used to have a horse. Yep, NRL superstar, Billy Slater. I remember that as a child. In primary school, going along, and he'd be here with his horse doing his thing. There's your Puma up on my right. Puma service station. It used to be BP, it was mobile for a long time. Pezolatos. Pezolatos still live next door. I'm pretty sure they must still own it. It just gets changed over. People might lease it or something. $1.40, $1.74.9 for, I don't know, the writing's so small. $1.86.9, $1.76.9. Now, if you're seeing it flashing at all, that's from the camera, not from. Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, not from the actual sign. It's the camera not handling it, so it flashes a bit. So, bear with me. Nice to have friendly people get past. How's it going, mate? There's Acacia Street across there. That place is for sale on the corner. So it looks like. Oh, it's the car that's for sale behind Astra. So what it shows. So there's your Puma. And we're coming up on the Goondi Trade Centre to my left. And we're going to go down Goondi Mill Road once we get up past the Trade Centre or across from it. And then we'll stop this video once we get to a certain distance and I'll switch cameras and we'll do a part 2. So, even if the footpath went all the way up to Belvedere, it'd be even better. It'd be a lot safer for cyclists and people walking in that. That would be amazing. Because this, between the white line and the edge, where the grass is, stops after a while once you get further up. Where it goes really, really narrow at some parts. And you can see where the old highway used to be. The road used to be. That could be turned into a bike path. Same with on the way out to Timberillion from East Innisfail. You can see where the old highway used to be. They could put in bike path there. Bike path / pedestrian. So there's your Goondi Trade Centre with your Kelly's Aquajetting and what's the other one? I think it's all Kelly's Aquajetting now. For CCTV, pipeline inspections, concrete, demolition, drain cleaning, and UHP water jetting. So I'd say so. So that's all your Goondi Trade Centre there. Used to be a mechanic and stuff in there years ago. There might still be somewhere. It's the signage. Okay, so we've got to get across here now. That's the hard part, getting across this highway here. Different when you're on a bike or a scooter or a car. You get across here pretty fast, but it's a pretty wide area to get across. There's Bartlefree over there. Mount Bartlefree, highest mountain in Queensland. So we're showing as much detail as we can. There's Puma across there, Puma Servo. Let's get into the middle while there's no traffic. Try to beat the school traffic and everything too. Then it's getting later. There's a bit just down here where there's often those plovers that swoop. So I'll let you know where that is so you can sort of avoid it. I haven't seen them for a while, but they do show up now and then. So it doesn't matter what time of the year, right? They're not seasonal, like when they're just nesting and that. There's back towards your Puma and the Goondi Trade Centre. There's Clifford Road down there where the car's going, and where the utes coming out of is where we're going. That's your Goondi Mill Road down here, so we will eventually switch cameras way down, set up the other camera. Get a bit more stable footage and we'll go further out and we'll go down Sepoy Road, so forth till it becomes Sundown Road, and we'll go down there, but we won't go down up to actual sundown. It's a bit much to walk. There is scooter videos going up there up to sundown and around, doing that loop. Go and have a look. They're in the Innisfail playlist. Type in sundown Innisfail, or just sundown, or just look for sundown in there. Okay. Yeah, it's usually just up before Elders where the birds come out. So hopefully they won't today. They haven't the last few times, even on the scooter they'd come out. There's your soils first. I'll cross over away from this vehicle. That's your CRT local bloke. Grow force, soil first. Or soils first. Others to my left. You got the watershed to my right coming up, and then where Cumic Steel moved to. So if you're ever wondering where it moved to from Gordon Street, it's moved up here. I'll show that on the way through if we can. Moseying on. Sorry about the backpack noise. We'll try and reduce that next time. That's all we can do. So this used to be some sort of sugar testing place, I think. Something to do with that. With the sign. You can see where there used to be a sign. Way back. I'm talking about the 90s. Probably early 2000s. There was a sign on there. It looks like an old house. But I'm pretty sure it was definitely some sort of sugar thing. Sugar testing place. Or something. Yeah, sciencey type thing. Something to do with it anyway. We'll just show it as much as we can while we're out here. Look at the watershed. There's where the watershed is. If you walk past here, when it's closed, beware of dog coming out. Just high fences and everything, but you get a fright. I know to expect it, so I don't, but yeah, a lot of people would get a fright. Sure. Big watershed. Goondi Mill Road. Used to be called Goondi Road way back. There's your elders across there. And then Cumic Steel, Cumic Steel. They kept the name, I'm sure that's a popular name, it's a well-known name. Cumic Steel and associated products, welding equipment, stainless steel and aluminum, bolts and nuts, lifting gear and fencing. So yeah, that's where it is. Corner of here, and whatever the street's called. But I'll make go in. Venice. That's the Cumic. Corner of Dixon Road and Goondi Mill Road, Innisfail. Out of Goondi. Very industrial area. All this. Go down there to Franklin and Sons, even trains north. Look at the can, plastic bottle, and all that recycling place down there too. Look what they call it, containers for change. This is all part of Elders, I think. I'm not too sure, it may not be this part here. Part of Elders. Comes the bus. Comes the Trains North bus terminal, or the bus depot and all that down there. They would have been glad when these roads got done up. It gets horrible further down, where it never gets really much maintenance, but here comes your bus. Oh. And your Lindsay transport here. We may end up crossing over again because of the often a lot of dust from these trucks. But there's your Frank Lowe and Sons down there. There is other businesses down there, but I can't remember. You'll see them on the scooter ride videos when I come out here. Let's see where this forward drive goes. Not that along. But it looks like this is a sort of a junkyard a bit further up here. Oh. Some people don't indicate. It's a bit frustrating. But anyway, so you can see it along here. There it is. It's a Lindsay transport again. To my right, to my left is this big fenced in area. I'm not too sure what they're using it for, but it looks like a bit of a junkyard, the next part. Car wreckers or whatever. It'd be nice if somebody bought the whole of Goondi and turned it into a full-on subdivision again, like proper, subdivided it, put proper infrastructure out here for housing, even a shop, bus stop, have a bus thing out here. Yeah, like a scrapyard this here. Trying to think of the word before. Yeah, see what it says. Yeah, New Life Metal Recycling. There you go. New Life Metal Recycling. That isn't. Yeah, see what I mean with the dust? Wire crossed over. So, yeah, if they fully did a subdivision out here, good lighting, pathways, decent roads, a brand new proper roads that don't have to be graded every 6 to 12 months. Good infrastructure, shop, like I said, a bus run and all that. Even at least one bus stop out here would be awesome for the community. More housing. And all that. Yeah, that would be phenomenal. That's where we just come from. All down there. So you can get an idea what's around. Castrol Vecton, I'd say. Okay. There's a plover. Hopefully it's not in a bad mood, as they do. There's another one there. Oh, there's 3 of them around. See what that notification was. Oh, just one for the exercise fitness tracker stuff on the watch. Okay. I've been going for 34 minutes. That includes the time going into the store, I think. Distance 2.59 kilometers. Steps 3,737 steps. There you go. That's your Cavanagh Street. Down there. Cavanagh Road. Down there, come to dirt road, bit of gravel road. And your Cleanaway, I think it's Cleanaway still. Corner. Bananas. Sugarcane. More mentioning that for people who don't know what that is. Cleanaway. Some people overseas may not know. There's banana farm. It used to be all bananas and cane and things like that all the way along both sides of the road. So there's your Cleanaway over there. So soon we'll stop and switch cameras and move on and do part 2. Basically, once we get past Cleanaway, then I'll do it, and it's back where we just come from. Show you sugarcane a bit while we're here. And the Cleanaway. Yeah, there used to be trees here where it would be nice to stop on in the shade and that, but not so much now. There was a spot up here where I used to stop if I was changing cameras or changing batteries or things like that when I'd come out here. Last time I come out here, I think the cane was down still. Not too sure. But this is up for sale, so it'll probably end up becoming housing of some sort or another business. There's a bit of shade up here. I'll stop over here and do it. It's a bit nicer. Won't be as much rattling in that bag either, because that's the camera I'm taking out, moving around a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive. Have a look out for part 2. It should be in link in the description as soon as possible. Check it out. This is Bestestimes signing off, and on to the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a look in the description for links to different videos and how you can support the channel, even just watching the videos all the way through, liking, commenting, subscribing, watching any ads. I don't make any money out of it, but it shows YouTube's algorithm that people are watching. And I'll catch you in the part 2.